Hi guys, welcome back to some more Robocraft fun with Show Mofo, and what have we got? Oh, empty bay after empty bay after empty bay, empty bays. Oh, only craft we've got in is here, so I'm just going to have a quick go on this, see if I can get my victory bonus while I chat to you guys. Yes, the bonus engine that I was trying to figure out what that was is just the new way of calculating the RP you get at the end of the battle, and it's a bit dull, isn't it? It's a bit dull, and it's taken out some of the things that we liked. Oh dear, they keep giving us brilliant stuff, and then throwing in stuff that upsets everybody. Oh, it's so tricky. So tricky, but what's great is in the last video I was thinking of doing something with the Red Baron, and it really was the case where the design had got so far and the stuff I was wanting to add to it was fighting the initial design. So I've decided to scrap that completely, and I'm going to do hopefully a building it from scratch, and you'll get to see how I build it and all kinds of fun with that. Have I even pressed B? No, I haven't. Oh, I'm a silly Billy, aren't I? Oh dear. Okay. Now, one of the other things that's been mentioned that's possibly messing up the games for a lot of people is all the new servers splitting up all of the players into smaller lobbies, which means that the high tiers are being spread thin, and it's making us hard. It's making it hard for us to get games. And you know, I'm not even in. I'm only T8 on my highest ones at the moment. So I hope they address that soon. But the brilliant news is, what tipped me over into shredding my other craft and getting ready to build some new stuff, is that they've actually reduced the cost of cubes by about 25%, which is brilliant because those red cubes for the Red Baron were just so expensive, and you know, they were like just under 5,000 RP a cube, and so that was really going to take a while to do something with that. How am I going to get a battle? Will I get thrown in with these 9s? Possibly. Oh, who knows? Yep, so I'm going to hopefully be able to build this. Now, I may, of course, I've scrapped everything just so I've got all the spare cubes I've got, because I might not be able to have enough red cubes to build what I want to build. I may have to patch it out with some other colours at the moment. I don't think I've got the wings I want to put on it. I want to have the highest tier wings I've got on it, but for the time being... Oh! What? Oh, well, that's interesting looking. Kusomushi there with a very... Looks like it's quite unwieldy to travel around with, but that's an awesome way to come in. That's absolutely horrible. That's horrible. I'm just going to self-destruct. Thank you for costing me money straight away. Wow, that's awesome, isn't it? That's awesome. That earned me 7. I've got pending friend invites, always lovely to see. Let's repair that. Okay, let's accept this, Robocraft dude. And Turtu. Awesome, awesome stuff. Okay, let's... Tell you what I'll do, I'll get straight into it. Sorry, Robocraft dude. Cool stuff. He's wondering what tier he's got. You go and have a look in your bays, see what you've got. 2. Well, I've only got T8 at the moment, sorry. Okay, so let's get in here. And actually, let's see. This was the Red Baron Mark II. So this is now going to be Red Baron Mark III. Okay. Okay, that's good. He knows where we're at. Now, first things first. He's got a cool plane, but basically level. I think he means 1 there. No weapons on your plane. That's not really going to be effective for much. They want to get the weapons on it. Okay, so first things first, let's get this idiot stick in. Helps us build it up higher so we can look underneath if we need to. I think that will... Oh, let's have one more. That will probably be high enough. And then we're gonna really want to get this in red now. We want to destroy this straight away. You don't want to port in ever with the idiot stick on. You'll just topple over and it won't help anything. So, I have no idea the dimensions or the build of this. I think it's roughly going to be like the Crow. Which, if you're... He's got 12 boosters pointing forward on my plane and 10 wings. Well done. Okay, yep, so... This is what was missing from... Oops, get out of there. What was missing from my other design. This little section here at the back to put jets onto and to place another wing section up above on. I think I'm going to make my Red Baron a lot more like this craft, hopefully. And it'll just be slightly higher armoured, and then we'll be ready to go into T9. While this will probably stay in Tier 8 until I can, you know, maybe fill it out in all black later on at some point when I get up to T10 stuff. Okay. So, we're going to have the nose full of helium. I'm just going to use this blue. I don't know how many it's going to need, but I'm going to give it all the blue I've got at the moment. And then let's throw the lightest jets. I think these are the smallest jets that will just stack in a row. So, let's have that. this is going to be our nose section. Oops. Oh, very exciting stuff. But, you know, hopefully this gives you a chance to see how I build these. Now the problem is, if I run out of cubes to build this, I've only got 2 craft to get more RP with. So I may have to build something quick and dirty just to get some RP if I do end up having to buy other cubes. Okay, I think... Oops. Okay, and we're going to want to have pilot in there somewhere. Now, I may do this one slightly differently to the others. Let's see, if he's there, that's in a weird place. I may have to change this around a little bit, I'm not too sure. This won't end up having the same kind of cockpit as the other one. Yeah, I may have to take that back a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Righty-ho. So, look what I want now. Some of these guys. Just to make this all nice and flat. Can you actually put stuff in there? Yes, you can. That's brilliant. Okay. So, now I can stick another cube up there. And a cube up there. I'm going to want to put some wings on him. Now, let's see what I've got in terms of wings. I've got 7s. I really would like to have some 8s on this, so let's see how much the 8s cost. Okay. Awesome stuff. So if I've got those there, and then let's have a look actually. Oops, wrong button. Let's have a look back at this design. Yeah, so I've got the wing up on there. And then a wing on the front. Oh, okay. think this is how I'm going to have this one. Which may mean I'll have to extend the nose out a little bit further. Yeah, because these guys are going to be coming out from about there. Just going to pop the 3 on there for now. Let's have a look at how the design on this goes. Oh, that's weird. It's done that thing again where now this has got more CPU on it than it has flops. So they've changed something again. If you can see up where I've got my player level and the CPU and flops, I'm at 983 and this can only have 963. So I'm going to have to level up a bit to get that in standing, otherwise it may have a problem, and it's certainly, like, if I take a piece off, it's not going to let me put a piece back on. Now I think actually that should be a square cube that comes up across there, and I may take those out and pop them onto the ends there. But that's about 2 deep. Okay. So if I was to make this 2 deep, I can't put one on the inside. If I'm to make this 2 deep, then it's right onto the nose, and that looks just a little bit odd. So I didn't need to take those ones off, just get rid of that. And we'll make this a little bit longer. And why not fill it in with some more jets? Okay. Now, it may come to the point where I run out of cubes. Yes, I've just run out of cubes. At which point, I may swap some stuff out. So, let's see. Take you out. Because I want it to have the end and the underneath all in red. I want the best armour definitely on the undercarriage. He's gone in at a weird angle. And then I can pad stuff out and just have the whole nose in one colour. Oops. I'll leave putting in the little prisms in case, you know, I may have to extend that. That can't extend much further. And let's have a look at what other... Now, I've got pink, but that's a harder armour, so I may just save that for something where I need reinforcements, maybe around a weapon or something. So I'm just going to use orange for this. Okay. And this has got to extend out far enough to place a couple of weapons onto it, at least. I've still got 3 L9s left. That will go there. That will go there. Now, if I want one of these on the nose, I really want to have them on the underneath. Means having to take the wings down, but that might do it for the time being. I've got 2 8s. If that's on the underneath, then these 8s aren't going to go on. There we go, pop them on the back. That seems to work fair enough. Quite like that. Oopsie. Okay, how many of these have we got left? 19, right. Okay, so 1, oops, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we're going to need to place some jets on here. Now, this is probably going to be the problem. This is where I think actually these will be spread out further away. They won't go onto the back ends because of the wings. Right. Let's have you back on the top. Let's just sit you there. I can place you there. What's that? That's a gap over from him. Okay. That gives me a lot more room, so I can move these out and then I can fit some jets onto there. Now, have I got... I've got 3 left. And I haven't got that much RP. Okay. Okay, so that's the last of that. Now we'll get on to the pink. So that's 5, 6, 7. And take these out to 7 for the time being. Again, I'm going to make these too thick. Okay. Aha! Right, well, let's just put some gold in for there. I should have saved that for a nice bit of decoration on him at some point. I'll just have it in around the cockpit area. It's lower than red, isn't it? Yeah, it's lower than red. I've got no blue. That's my last pink, so we're down to the orange. And this is where now I'm going to run out and have to build a mishmash of colours or just buy a load of cubes. And I can't really afford to be buying too much at the moment. Yeah, I could buy 5 cubes, so really what I need to be doing is playing. Oh, that's harsh. Let's just see what happens with this anyway. It's not going to have anywhere near the jets on it to even move it. So, not quite sure why we're going into practice mode with it in this state. I doubt... Oops! Oh, I'm sorry about that. Just kicked my doggy under the table. Yeah, so that barely moves. It's certainly not going to get off the ground. Whee! Oh no! We're already flying. Well, that's just... tells you how much lift those wings can actually give you. It's got very little jet power in it. Awesome. How slow is that? If only you could get away with this kind of behaviour in a battleground. Well, that's awesome. So I like the gun placement on it. Like the wings. I'm going to need a lot more red cube. Okay, and what tier are we coming in at? We're in at 8 already. Yeah. So, when this is finished, I think this will be ending up being a T9. Shall we just get this made and get it out into a game? Let's see. Let's just make this look a bit prettier. I don't think you can put any in. No, you can't put any in on there. And I've got no more red left. Let's have the other pink there. Then let's see how the tail is done on this fella. Now, I want to have pretty much the same thing, but taken further out, because it's a little bit of a stubby tail there, and I want to be able to fit a few more things onto here. Yep, so that just comes... Oh, actually, that comes all the way around with glass and then slopes down. Okay, let's have you. Okay. Actually, that was all glass, wasn't it? Could, of course, later on bring it all in and make it a lot more armoured, but it's not really that much of a necessity at the minute. I haven't got any of those. Oh, that's a shame. Right, for the time being, I'm just going to use these. I'm not going to waste any RP on glass when I need to be saving it up for actual stuff. I didn't need to do that. I've got them right here. Okay, and for the time being, let's just fill these in to help with any... Oh, none of those cubes left. Any deflection that we can. Not like that, though. Okay, so it's starting to shape up. And we're going to want to get some jets onto it, aren't we? Now, I'm going to want some L9s on this as well. But L9s cost quite a bit, I feel. Let's see where they are. Here we go, L9s. Oh, I could buy 2. No, I could. What am I thinking? I could not buy 2. Why is that? Why does this seem scrolled down? Right. Okay, so... oh, excuse me. Oh, dear. Yeah, so it's going to take me a while to get the L9s. Oh, this is going to be painful, though. This is where I didn't want to be doing this. I wanted to have the jets ready to go, so I don't have to change the design too much to make the room for it. Okay. Let's get you in there onto the back. That's weird. I could put one inside, but not there. That's very strange. That's very odd. Let's get rid of you. Have you there. Have you there. Okay, and then let's see what else we've got. L7s. Now, where would I have the landing gear on this? So that is quite an important factor. What have I got left? I've got plenty of these. So, what cubes have I got? This is what I should have used the yellow cubes for. Never mind. For the time being, it'll just have to be. orange. Is that going to be far enough up? I'm going to have to make sure the tail is long enough. So that actually, no. Let's not do that. No, no cubes left, so it will be orange. And then let's see if I can have it here. That is going to interfere, I imagine, if we try and stick a wheel on there. Yeah, that's going to interfere with stuff. So, do we shift it over one? I think possibly. Let's just chuck that wheel. Can I chuck this wheel on somewhere just so I can grab it easily? Okay. No, that still interferes with that. So, are we going to have to come out lower? In which case, I may even build a little support out underneath here. That should be nice. Ah, and I can't put anything there. Okay. Let's just have this. And then see where we can fit the gun. That's not too bad. There's probably room for another jet or two in there as well, so. And where are we? We're 4 in from the end on the back side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Yep. Okay, let's have a little test of this. Still no rudder on it or anything, but you should notice a takeoff bit better. Oh, it's still got a wing on the rear. Oh, that's flying rather nicely considering we've got no stuff on it. Would be nicer with the higher tier jets. And you can still fly it reasonably well without the rudder. Nice. That's why I like to have plasmas. Oh dear, that's awful. Hello. This is why I like to have the plasmas on the top and the bottom rather just on one side, because then a lot of the time when you're flying your plane, you'll come in and you'll take a shot on somebody and then you're flying away from them. So, I can take a shot on this guy, miss completely. Okay, let's just, so beam down, take a shot on him, miss. Now I'm flying away from him, and I can shoot behind me just as easily. I don't have to turn my vehicle to fly a certain way. The little plasma bomber that I made that didn't have any helium in it, all of the plasma weapons run the underneath. So I had to constantly maneuver it and sort of turn it to face. I'd have to show my belly to the craft I was trying to shoot at. Whereas when you've got a spread on the top at the front and on the bottom at the front, that means I can shoot at something I'm approaching and then shoot at something that's behind me that I'm flying away from. And I don't have to worry too much, you know, I just come in to aim at this guy. And then as I'm flying away, I just turn the camera around, and I still get just as good a spread on him. So that's why I like to have those there. Obviously I'd love to have this covered head to toe in weapons. But there you go, I think with a rudder on this, this would be rather nice. Oh, the problem with this is all of the good stuff is up the front. And then we're running out as we get towards the tail section. We don't need you. Now then, what have we got? We've got these left, so can we make this any longer? I think this should be longer because I am going to want to fit things like radar jammers and such onto the end of this. And we're going to want to spread stuff out. So let's see how we do with this. How should I do this? That's taking it back to being just on one. I don't know, that looks okay. I think that will look quite nice. And this just means that there's less chance of your whole tail section going. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I'll just throw little L1s on for this. So you have a chance that if it gets shot at, it's not the whole tail section that's going to go on you. Okay. Now this should fly fine. Oh dear. Yeah, that's lovely. Haha. Typical. Typical. Don't try and loop the loop from takeoff. That will not help you at all. Unless you've got an extremely overpowered thrust and a very short nose to tail section. Okay, let's see what we've got in terms of movements. Got some more 6s here, which is quite nice. Where did that go? That went there. And there. That's lovely. Awesome. That will do for now, I think. Have a little go. Now, of course, unfortunately, this hasn't been made with enough cubes. I haven't got the red that I wanted. I haven't got the jets on it that I wanted, so I'm still going to have to make some modifications on it. But now, with the addition of the way this is laid out, it's going to be much easier for me to calibrate it and change things. And then as we fly away, there we go, lovely stuff. Come back round. If only it was this easy in an actual battle. Okay. It climbs alright. We'll stall. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with that. Haha, there we go. And of course the landing gear, very useful for turning around on the ground as long as you haven't got something blocking your path. Right. I think I may well just throw a little bit more padding on the armour and refining the shape as to how it will actually look. I might even get this out on the battlefield. Let's see. So one of the first things we're going to want to do is not leave these so they're one block out. Definitely don't want to do that. You know, and at some point I may even build that all the way up to there. Or may just build in a little detail like this. Oops. To give them a bit more support. Of course, this all should be in red. Let's see what else we can do. We can taper these in. Just give this some nice wingtips. Was that what I had on the other side? Nope. Of course, a mirror function would save so much time if I could just be working on, you know, choose which axis I wanted mirrored, and then build out like that. That would be so nice. Okay, and I may even, as these are from the front and my heavier guns, might even give them just another layer of protection. Okay. No, I can't put anything along there. Which is a shame. So, realistically, should I set those a block back? If they're taking fire from this way, the chances are it's going to hit those, and they're quite heavily armed anyway. I'll see. If there's any problems, what I might do is drop these a row back, and then add some more armour along here. Now then, we've still got plenty of flop. No, we haven't got plenty of flops. We've got plenty of room in T8, but we haven't got plenty of flops. And what I am going to want is a jammer. Now, you'll notice one thing that's missing from this that is on the... Not enough flops for that. I have an extra... No, not even enough flops for that. Oh dear. So I'm not going to get the receiver. Let me get a little L1 receiver on here. No. So I'm not even going to get a radar on, am I? Yes. Let's just stick the radar dish there. Normally have it out of the bottom tail section. In fact, I think I'll stick it there. It's probably where it's going to end up being in the long run. Okay. And let's just see what happens. This is going to go into T8 now, and it's going to die horribly. Oh, excuse me. And that'll be because it still hasn't got enough. This is going to probably be a T9. It's going to be all in red, and it's going to have some better thrusters on it. What that means is I'll probably be able to drop how many thrusters are on it in total. Or I can extend the wingspans out, because I think I'll also be throwing a few more plasmas onto it. The 2 plasmas on the bottom, I'd like to, the 8, I'd like to switch those out to 9s. Possibly get 6 9s, but maybe 5 9s and 2 8s on there. Just so if I lose a weapon, I've still got a full set of firepower. Now, question here is, am I going to get a battle? And if I do get a battle, how will we fare? What will we be up against? Oh dear. Oh, look at this. Well, we've got 2 9s. It's a very small match. So, and it is one of my... I'm starting to prefer these desert maps now for my flyers, in all honesty. Let's see. My armor range doesn't seem to be too much out of sorts with what everyone else is taking on. Yep, on my other plane I have an extra undercarriage section near the rear. A bit of flak armor in a different colour. And I may well be adding that in. Now, I'm just going to cover the base for a moment and give our chaps a chance to get out there and engage. And I hope that is the wise thing to do. Here we go. Ouch, ouch. Taken out by the plane. Oh, he must have jetted around incredibly fast. Can I get any cover behind here? Oh no, he's coming for me. All I can do now is... Oh, I should have been shooting behind me. This is what happens when you panic. I could, of course, have been flying away and shooting at him. But no, I panicked. And you know, don't... That's a lovely thing, isn't it? Don't look at my tutorials. Build one of those stupid chassis that's just crammed to the nines with jets. Because they seem to do a lot better. Although in those games where you've got a load of flyers in with you, you know, if you're on a team of all flyers, these things work out great for you. Have a lot of joy. If there's a chance someone can single you out, then you are in a lot of trouble. So that was 7. A measly grand and a bit I made there, I think. Okay, I'll give that another go. I think a lot of that was fuzzy-headed thinking. You know, I could have played a lot better there. I just kind of panicked when I saw that SMG fellow was going to come and get me. I'd forgot entirely. You know, I'd even just been telling you earlier that you can shoot as you flee with these. You don't have to bring it around to a specific facing. Oh dear, that was terrible. Well, how long's this taking us to make that? Yes, I thought it'd be a lot longer. Usually with these things, it's very hit and miss for me. You know, on there, I should have been doing other things. I didn't test how much helium in there I needed, and in fact, I've been taking out helium and just replacing them with small jets where possible, because the more helium you add, the more drag you're going to add. So realistically, you don't want to add helium to give you lift. You want to add helium to balance out the fact that you're probably going to have a load of weapons or jets that are in one placement that takes out your centre of mass. So really it's more to balance out the weight of the structure so it flies relatively level when I'm just thrusting forward using the W key, and not so that it's actually lifting the craft off the ground at all, because it will just give you so much drag that it will slow down your engines. So, you know, if you're getting to the point where you're upgrading a craft and you're putting faster and faster engines on it, just try, if you've got any helium in there, try taking the helium out block by block and seeing if that helps at all. Now, I didn't have a look at all this time to see what was going on, and we've come up to the hour mark now, so I'm just going to try and... Whoa, let's get out of here. There's a guy railing at me as well. Rail and plasma. Get up onto here. Oh! Alright, use my wheels if at all possible. And a bit of banking to bring me back round. Let's just drive on up to the CP. Hey, we've lost that tail section. I may do a thicker body all the way back to the tail. But you know, considering I was running away from a guy training railguns on me at this level and plasma, I don't think I'd do too bad. Now, if I can make a little coast onto the CP, that would be lovely. Stop! Okay, now hopefully our team can... oh, good, he just got destroyed before he came around that corner. Let's get a few more guys onto the CP. That's not going to do anything, is it? Anything at all. Oh, it looks like Mana Mana is going to try and take out the enemy. We've got a flying fella up here who's going to destroy me any second now. Yep, destroyed by Paragon 100. Thank you very much. There you go. If you want to build a plasma bomber, don't build one like mine, build one like his. It's obviously far superior. Kuso Mushi in a very interesting looking craft. And team defeated. Okay guys, well, I hope that's been of some use to you. Obviously, it's not finished yet, it's not quite right. I'll need some calibration and upgrading of the materials used. But that gives you a bit of an insight into how I've been putting these things together. Normally I'd be calibrating as I go, but that probably would have been a, 3 or 4 hour video, and I wanted to keep this at least within the usual kind of time restraints of what I've been making so far. Oh, I've really got no flops left on this thing. Okay, so there it is. This I'm going to have to level to get more flops. I'm going to have to build a load of stuff in my other bays. Let's just see if I can get a victory bonus with this guy. I'm going to have to build a load of probably lower tier stuff in my other bays, try and get some victory points, try and build a small little efficient farmer to fund getting this craft on the ground. I'm probably going to have to get to about level, thinking maybe level 55 or something before I can get all of the things that I need to get on this to have it in the T9. Because I will want jammers, I will want receivers and decent radar. I'd like to have more weapons on it. I'd like to have the bigger jets and be faster with more armor. Want bigger, faster, more powerful, more stealthy. So let's see who we've got in with us now. Oh, they've got number 1 on their team, but we've got a Martian Doom Rover, as well as a Golden Mini. Wow, look at this guy. This is what I love about these high tier ones. Check out that demon. That's awesome. That is just fantastic. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Oh, and I love the jets that are on this now. Absolutely fantastic. Looks like we've got one of these fast little annoying flyers up around here already. Is he just hiding somewhere? There he is. Can't really take them on. Need to get away from them, because once they get into close range on you, they will shred you. From a distance they're not too bad, but if there's a fast flyer, what can you do about that? That, I think, is horrible. Very effective. And I may well be building one of those, if that's what it takes to get the RP, then maybe I'm going to need a few of those in the base to be harvesting stuff, and just take these out for the lovely flying around kind of games. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, I think I have gone on long enough with all of this. If you want to find out more about the bonus engine, you can check it out on the Robocraft game website there. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it to help with you building planes. Planes at the moment, not the most efficient killing machines, but you can trim them down. I've had some very good games with them, especially if you get in a platoon where you're not the only flyer, so you're not drawing all of the attention, and you've got a reasonable team with you. So I hope that helped, hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.